Hello my loves, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a very unusual type of video on this channel, and that is a drugstore makeup haul. I don't typically do drugstore, it's few and far between, but there have been some amazing products, and yeah, I did a thing. So we've got a lot to talk about, and I want to show you all of the goodies I picked up. So if you're interested in seeing what I picked up in this drugstore haul, in this shopping bag, and then just keep on watching. All right, you guys, there is a whole hodgepodge of stuff in here, and I'm just going to grab some of the stuff I have used and can actually already tell you what I think of it. Other things I have not. Most of it, I would say most of it, is pretty new drugstore product. A few things are new to me, but things that have been super hyped up that I've been wanting to try. So let's just go ahead and start. So I did pick up quite a few lip products, quite frankly. So let's start off with these. This is the Maybelline Ultra Matte Color Sensational Matte Lipstick. I am wearing one of them now, topped with gloss, and the one I'm wearing is called More Taupe. These, you guys, are on a level on par with something you'd find at Sephora. I'm really amazed because typically when it's a, sorry for the noise, doggy is in here shaking his little booty. So these are just so not drying. Like usually when you get something matte from the drugstore, they shrivel your lips. I'm not a fan. And I have been enjoying wearing these so much to the point where I've neglected pretty much all of my high-end lipsticks. So pretty, so smoothing. It's almost like it kind of fills in your lip lines. It doesn't sink in. It doesn't look pruny. So this is the one I am wearing. I also picked up More Buff. And these are very pigmented, you guys. So it does say matte, but I'd say it's more of like a satin matte. And I really like that because the last thing I need is a shrivelly looking lip. And like I said, drugstore lips usually do that to me. So I'm sorry, I'm like, as I'm sitting here just swatching, not even looking at you guys. Okay. So here we go. Here are the 5 shades. So let me tell you what they are. So starting from the pink one right here, this one's called More Magenta. Then the next one is More Berry. The one in the middle is More, oh, let's see, hold on. No, what am I doing? The one in the middle is More Blush, which is this one right here. And then you've got More Buff and More Taupe, which is the one I'm wearing today. So really beautiful. And I think these were like $8. So yes, if you buy a lot of them, yes, it adds up. But when you compare $8 to $28, then there's a huge difference. Mind blown with these, mind blown. Like this is the kind of thing that when I buy drugstore once a year, then I'm like, why don't I do it more often? Anyways, so these next two, I thought they had glitter on them and they don't. So I don't know if I'm going to keep the one with the cheetah or not. These are the new Real Techniques Animalista sponges. Basically, they're same beauty sponge, only it's got like an animal print theme. So this one says Wild at Heart, and it's got like a heart with cheetah print. And this one is like a berry magenta type of shade, and it's actually got a cheetah on the top. So I don't know, I had read that they're supposed to have glitter on the little, you know, not logos, but the little imprint thingies. But who knows? So I'm thinking I might just keep this one because the color is actually really beautiful and I love the heart. But I don't know. Anyways, I want to say this one was like $4.89. This one was $5.89. I want to pick up a couple of the brushes from that line because I have been into Real Techniques brushes lately. So let's talk about some blush. We'll loop back around to lip products, don't worry. But I do have a few blushes to talk about. So I finally jumped on the bandwagon of these Almay Healthy Hue blushes, and I'm just here to tell you that the hype is real on these. I was so happy to find that, okay, what everyone's been talking about these is exactly what they are. They are such a healthy glow, like a healthy flush, a healthy, you just look like you've been drinking your water, you've been eating right. I picked up 2 of them, and truly I don't remember what the shade names are anymore because the shade name comes right here, the little part that you rip off when you open it. But this one's like the nude type of shade, and this one is the peachy apricot shade. So there's a couple others that I don't remember what they're called. I think there's like a pinky one and maybe a little bit more of a deeper brown tone. But absolutely stunning. So, so good. And I have really been enjoying using these. I'm always reluctant whether to pick something up or not from the drugstore based on somebody else's, not just review, but you know, what other people talk about, just because I am always the oddball out where everyone will love something and I'll be the one person to really dislike it. But so happy that these are what everybody has claimed they are. This also is not anything new. It's by Burt's Bees, but I am new to the Burt's Bees makeup line. Everybody always includes these in their favorites, whether it be monthly favorites, the end of year favorites, and this is no exception. So I got this one in the shade Shy Pink. I picked this one up because I thought I'm going to try one. If I like it, I will go back for another, and I already know which one I'm going back for because this is so bomb. And in fact, I like this better than the Almay, and I really already loved the Almay, but this is the one I'm wearing today, and again, in the shade 1210 Shy Pink. So, so pretty. It didn't even go like with my eyeshadow look because it's pink and I'm wearing like orange. I just really wanted to use it today. So, so beautiful. Very, also healthy looking, but I'm trying to think of how to explain it to you. It's very airbrushed. It looks very flawless. It's not easily overdoable. That's even a thing. I went in with a couple of layers just because I built it up to where I wanted it to be, but it was so easy to do and it literally just glided onto my skin. I'm so impressed with that. Okay, the last blush is one that I have swatched, but I have not yet used, and it's from the Wet n Wild Love Collection. These were kind of popping up throughout my grocery stores, my different locations, because there's times where on the way home from church, I stop at one grocery store if we need a few things like, you know, for lunch or whatever. And then our main grocery store shopping, we do at the one by our house, which is the big one. And so anyways, that's why I say like they pop up at different grocery stores because I found this at one and a couple of things at a different one. But this one's in the shade Pearlescent Pink. I think it was the only shade they came out with. And it looks kind of orangey in the pan, and it's called Pearlescent Pink, but I guess it's like a peachy pink. I don't find it to be truly pink, but it's lovely. And I am a fan of Wet n Wild products as far as blush, foundation, and lipstick. They just do it right when it comes to a lot of stuff. So this was $2.98. What? Anyways, but I have picked up Wet n Wild in the past and actually very much, like I said, enjoy. So that being said, let's move on to a few lash products. I picked up a couple super hyped up mascaras. We will see, because I'm a mascara snob, but here's the thing. I haven't bought my high-end mascara in a very long time. I have been using Maybelline Lots of Lashes, which has been tried and true for years and years for me. And then most recently, the L'Oreal Voluminous. I have found that I really like that one, but I eventually want to go back to my Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. But I did pick up the two. I jumped on the bandwagon of the ones that were super hyped up, and I was like, all right. Kind of sucked in by packaging though, I'm not gonna lie. So this is the L'Oreal Air Volume Mega Mascara. I love the packaging to this, and honestly I think that's why I bought it. That and the hype. So anyways, and the color of the little tubey, it's super cute. It's like a chrome pink. So I picked this one up. We'll see how this one works. I got it, I always get my mascaras in blackest black for reference. And then I picked up the ever so famous Maybelline Sky High Mascara. We will see. I'm trying not to get my hopes up about this because when I do that, I am severely disappointed. So I'm trying to go in with really low expectations, and we'll see how that treats us. So I did pick up a few lashes. I went back for a couple of more of my, you guys know I love the Russian Volume one by Kiss, the Lash Couture line. Gone, sold out. And I'm like, it's because I put it in the universe that I love them, that now I'm sure they're being discontinued or something, because literally my grocery store has had them and now somebody cleaned them out. They've clearanced out, and I'm like, okay, well. So I decided to try a different one in the same lineup, but this one's called Royal Silk. These are looking a little more curled than the Russian Volume, slightly shorter. So we will see how we like these. I don't know. All I know is I had found that I really loved Russian Silk. So, Russian Volume. So we'll see. Picked these two up, and I picked two because I thought if I love it, now come back, there's not gonna be any more. I know how that goes. And then I also picked up another 5-pack of my Ardell 113s. I've told y'all recently, this has become my very favorite lash of life. It's what I'm wearing today. I just love this lash so much. And again, one store was completely sold out, the other had one left. And I'm like, what is happening right now? It's seriously because I put it out there that I love them. But anyways, so this just a repurchase. Let's see. I picked up something from the Jason Wu line. Okay. I've used this a couple of times, and I'm honestly going to tell you that I'm really impressed. This is just the, what is this? The Hydrating and Nourishing Primer Oil. I've really been wanting to get my hands on a primer oil, specifically the Smashbox one, just because my skin has been very dry lately, and I just want something that's super, I'm going to be upfront. I want an oil slick on my face. I mean, that's just putting it the way it is. But I had seen that Allie Glines had started doing or did a video on this brand, and I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to try it out. So far, I think I'm really impressed. And I want to say this was 12 bucks for 0.68 fluid ounces. I also ordered the brow, it's called something like a brow soap. Sold out at all my stores. So we'll see. That hasn't come in yet, so I don't know what to tell you. But I did pick this up, and I'm in the hopes that this doesn't break me out. I'm not very prone to breakouts. Like, I don't have very sensitive skin, but there are things that sometimes my skin will be like, And this particular one is a vegan formula oil primer. I don't even know why I'm having a struggle to get those words out. A vegan formula oil primer infused with sweet almond oil, grapeseed oil, and sunflower seed oil. Hydrates your skin and keeps your makeup looking fresh all day. Can be worn alone or as makeup primer. So how to use: apply all over face and neck, allow primer to set before applying makeup. So if you've used the Smashbox one, whether it be, I think they've got a couple different ones, the Nourishing 5, or I forget what it's called, and then just a regular one, let me know how you like them and if they break you out. And we'll see how this one continues to play. But so far, I think I really, really love it. I got a couple of e.l.f. products. I have been on the hunt for the little mint bite-sized palettes, and my Walmarts have not gotten them. I don't know why. So I'm gonna take this out of the box. This, for one, is the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. So for $3, I thought I'm willing to try to see if this is a dupe for the MAC Paint Pot. So, especially because I use the P. Louise, but after a while, you know, once you get into a rut with something, you're like, I'm tired of doing it this way. And so I put it on my eye and I buff it out with a brush, but it can be pretty liquidy. If you go with too much, you're really having to buff it in. Anyways, I don't even know why I'm making excuses. I really just wanted to try this. So it comes in a really cute little frosted plastic jar. I like it. I'm impressed with the packaging, and I'm impressed with the product inside. It is stiffer, I have found, than any paint pot that I used. Paint pots, from what I remember, they were very emollient, pretty soft. They had a stiffness to them, but they were more on the emollient side. This is like super stiff. Like if I do this, I hardly get any product. I have had to really, really dig. But it's funny because as I do that, I'm like, oh, it looks like putty. Oh, I get it now. Anyways, have really enjoyed this, and I am very surprised and impressed that it keeps my eyeshadow on all day without creasing. It looks almost as good in the evening as when I put it on in the morning, and I was very pleased with this. So I'm definitely wanting to try those putty blushes. They just haven't made their way to my local grocery store, Walmart, all of that. The other e.l.f. product that I picked up, and I've already included this in a favorites video, is the Metallic Flare Highlighter. I picked this one up at Marshall's. It was $2.99. It wasn't like it was like, ooh, this is such a find, this is such a treasure. It's just that I walked by and I was like, this looks so glowy that, you know, what if this is like the best thing ever hiding in disguise in a $2.99 box? I think I need to try this out. So I did, and you know, what's funny is when I swatched it, when I took it out of the bag and out of the box, and I was like, I think I just wasted $3. And then I used it and I was like, I think this is the best $3 ever spent. This was so good. It gives you like a glaze. You almost look like a little bit of a glazed donut, and it doesn't sit on top of my skin like a powdery type of formula. What's funny is it swatches like a powdery type of formula. It really does. It's not impressive in the least to swatch it, but once you put it on, it's not what I have on today, by the way. But I have worn this in a video. I think it was my last video, but it was the favorites video. So amazing. Goes on, melts, absolutely melts like butter into the skin. Looks like glass. Just, it's very impressive, quite frankly, for a $3 highlighter. So I think it's like $6 if you get it at the store, but you know, I was happy to get it for half off. So just a few other products. Okay, so this is kind of it might be a boring thing to you, I don't know. I have a thing for these velvet or furry type scrunchies. I've got a few of the crushed velvet ones. I'm actually wearing one today, and I remember when scrunchies were a huge thing growing up. This is, you know, talking the 90s, my time. And but then scrunchies were like a no-no. You didn't wear a scrunchie. And scrunchies have just made a total comeback. So anyways, I like the crushed velvet ones, and I especially love the little fur ones. I just had not bought one, and I didn't want to fork over the Sephora price point or the Ulta price point. And my grocery store had one for $5. Is it Scoonchy or Scoonchy? I have never known my whole life. I have bought this brand and never known how to pronounce it. But it's the elite side of their brand. Okay. It was $5. So $5 versus like 10 or 15. Sure. It's in a dusty pink. So pretty. I'm excited to use it, and I definitely wanted to pick it up because I knew if I passed it by, if I went back, it wouldn't be there anymore. It's just that's how things go for me. I have a lint on my lips that's really driving me crazy. Okay, this is not anything new. However, it's new to me, and it's kind of repackaged because they recently came out with a matte formula. And they did have the matte when I bought this one, but I just wanted the classic OG. May eventually, depending on how much I like this one, may go back for the matte. I do not know. But this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, the ever so famous. I know, I haven't tried it, okay? Don't come for me. But I have always wanted to, based on the raving reviews that it gets. And then, of course, when they repackaged and came out with the matte version, I was like, ooh, I just, you know, I had to do a double take at the store. I was like, this is it. It's speaking to me. It's telling me this is the time to try it. I love this packaging. So pretty, so oasis, tropical. I want to go to Hawaii, you guys. Anyways, here is what this one looks like. So I got mine in the shade bronzer. They had a deeper one. I can't remember what it's called, but I did pick this one up. They also had a lighter one. Again, can't remember what it's called. But I love a good cream bronzer. This is so cute. I will never use this, but it's cute. I love how these smell. I have used, what products have I used by Physicians Formula? I can't remember, but I do know that I have, and the smell is so familiar. So, I mean, I'm probably the only one on the planet who hasn't used this yet. So I don't know why I'm even giving you a swatch. But if you are my skin tone or similar, this is what bronzer looks on me. And I have told y'all in the past, I love a good creamy bronzer. And what I mean by that is creamy in tone. I like for it to be very neutral, not too red, not too brown, just because those tones don't look good on me. This is what looks best. It gives me the healthiest look. And this, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. Anyways, I picked that up. And then let's go into a few more lip products and then we'll be done. So going back to the Wet n Wild Love collection, they did release 2 lipsticks. I love their packaging with the little lips. It's total Pat McGrath knockoff. Don't tell Wet n Wild that, but I love it. And they're $2, $1.98 even. What? But I do have multiples of these in their regular lineup. Love, 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 love. They are amazing for the price point. So I did get both called Rosé and Slay and then Raining Rubies. So let me give you, I have not even opened these. This is total new to me. Oh my gosh, this is like really pretty. You're like really pretty. as I almost drop it on the floor. Okay. Wow, so let me see here something. Okay. So one thing I'm just now realizing that I didn't, well, I mean, I don't know if I would have known that, but you know how in this lineup they've got their mattes and then they've got their just kind of more slick, balmy type of lipsticks? This particular one is one of the balmy type lipsticks. I guess I didn't realize that, but it doesn't say it anyway. Oh, yes it does. Don't mind me. High Shine Brilliance. Okay. And this one is also High Shine Brilliance. All right. Well, that's kind of a bummer. That's not my favorite. That's on me. I didn't look. But whatevs. Anyways, I'll just top it over a lip liner or something. But here's what they both look like. They're kind of in the similar tone, just one's a little bit deeper than the other. But $2. I have one in the High Shine Brilliance and the others are in the matte because the High Shine Brilliance does move around on me a lot. That's my fault. I didn't pay attention. Okay, lastly, these are another lip product, just like the Maybelline that I'm just like, how? How is this $8? I'm not even understanding. Okay, these are the Revlon ColorStay Satin Ink lipsticks. Now, if you have not, between these and the Maybelline, if you have not checked these out, and you are a lippy fiend, if you are a lippy snob, and you only buy high-end because of the parchment it gives your lips, then you need to go to the drugstore and check these out. These are a liquid lipstick that feel like a gloss, but stay put, look beautiful, don't suck the moisture out of your lips, and are super affordable. So I got mine in Your Majesty, Your Go-To, and Black Cherry. And I mean, even the packaging is nice. They are so good. I bought one or two, I can't remember, the first time because I was like, I'm gonna try this out. I had seen Babs Beauty talk about one and she used one and I was like, all right, but I'm super skeptical about drugstore lippies. And well, you know, I stood so corrected. So these are absolutely wonderful as a liquid lipstick. They don't dry down fully. It's not meant to be. It's not like it's a satin lipstick. So it's not meant to be matte and dry down, but they give so much opacity and comfortability. And just wait. Oh my gosh. Except I am horrible at swatches when I go down this way. I never learn. So Your Majesty, Your Go-To, and Black Cherry. They have like a latex type of finish that is absolutely stunning. And like I said, they don't move around. It's not slippery and just, you know. Anyways, I picked up those three and I definitely, this was when they were brand new. My drugstore has since put up the whole display in the regular Revlon area. And I think I want to go pick up a couple more. So guys, that's it. That was quite the lengthy drugstore haul from someone who pretty much buys high end. But wow, drugstore, there's a reason. I forget, and then I watch people's videos and I'm like, and then I buy stuff and I'm like, there's a reason there's such a groove for this because stuff is good and it's not that expensive. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching my drugstore haul. Maybe it kind of clued you into some new releases that you didn't know about as well. Alrighty, my friends, well, this brings us to the end of today's video. I just want to leave you with a very quick verse of the day in an effort to motivate you and encourage you. And it comes from Joshua 1:9, and it says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." That's one of my very, very favorite verses. I love that one so, so much. And it's important to remember. And I mean, I tell you all the time that Jesus loves you so, so very much. And I don't tell you just to tell you that. That really comes from my heart. It is my absolute prayer, like more than makeup. I love Jesus, and I love sharing him with other people because he is good news. And if you don't already know him, it's my prayer that he would speak to your heart, that he would soften your heart, that you would feel his absolute presence, his love, his peace, because they are a love and peace that only he can give. No other human being can give it. And honestly, human beings will let you down. I've been let down, and I've gone through some stuff that's, you know, I mean, you wouldn't want the next person to go through, but it's those are things that help you feel his love and peace on another level. And so if you are going through something, if you have, you know, distress, if your heart is heavy, if you feel alone, if you feel a void in your heart, whatever the case may be, I'll throw up a phone number in case you just want prayer. If you want someone to talk to, I mean, it doesn't cost you anything. It literally is somebody on the other end of the line who feels it would be their honor to pray with you, to love on you, to just encourage you and motivate you as well. So I will leave that here for you. And until the next one, my friends, please stay safe and stay well. As I told you, I love you, but Jesus loves you so very much more. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.